The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.
I'm the dingle-dangle scarecrow with a flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this. I can shake my feet like that.
Baby shark, baby shark.
We don't have that one.
Well, you're
Thank you.
You're
Thank
not
you for not.
You're not as now as you think you are, Mrs. Influencer. So you are now sort of categorised also as an influencer, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't use that term.
No, I know you don't,
No.
but sort of, I apologise, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. That's a lot of responsibility there, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, I don't think about it.
No.
I think at any point when it becomes more about how you think you're going to be seen, it's not felt. And like that trust in your gut thing, I think if I'm just being me and trusting my gut, then I can only go, well, that's what I thought was right at the time.
Midge was responsible for Live Aid. Matt, big Queen fan, says there was a limiter on the sound desk at Live Aid, but Queen brought their own sound engineer to Live Aid. He switched the limiter off so they were the loudest act of the day. That would make sense. You were out front. Did they sound louder?
I didn't notice it sounding louder. I just sat there with my mouth hanging open. I mean, you've got to remember that everyone had 18 minutes on stage.
That was it.
18 minutes. As you walked on stage, a guy stopped you before you stepped onto this rotating thing and said, when you walk on either side of the stage, there's a set of traffic lights. And you walk on the green, 16 minutes in, they turn amber. You won't see them turn red because the power goes off. And that kept everybody in time. So most people kind of walked on, played the 3 or 4 songs. Queen thought 18 minutes. Let's just remind the world of what we are capable of doing. And they played the greatest hits. Some of it was segued together. It was an exact 18 minutes, bang, here you go. And I just sat there thinking, oh my God, this is spectacular. And of course it was Freddie's domain. You know, in front of all those people, he had them eating out the palm of his hand.
Now, we first saw you on our screens almost 10 years ago on the X Factor with Ollie Murs.
Yes.
What was that like as a 19-year-old then on national television? So much exposure.
Do you know what? It's really funny because where we didn't have social media then, I didn't realise the impact it was having. I think that you were kind of in this little bubble and you just thought, oh, this is great. I can't fault what my experience in the X Factor. There's lots of people that say different things, but the reality is I don't think I would have had an opportunity of exposure like that anywhere else. And I got to meet some incredible people, you know, like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, George Michael, people I never imagined. I know, like, so even just the experience itself, if I had gone on to do absolutely nothing after, would have been enough. You know, every minute you're there, you're just thinking, this is it, I peaked. There are so many how-tos out there, you know, like how to be a good mum, how to be a great friend, how to fall in love. And I just felt like doing the complete blooming opposite and being like...
How to chat to people in the lift.
Exactly. There is a how-to for everything. So this is the opposite of that. It's kind of like whatever you're doing is okay. As long as your intentions are good, who blooming well cares? And enjoy yourself. We think far too much and put far too much pressure on ourselves these days.
James, you were about to get in the lift, weren't you?
I was about to get in the lift, yeah. They're holding the lift for me.
Sorry. You've got to answer these questions before you go. Jackie O in Thorney, Cambridgeshire. I was told to add sparkling water to make pancakes really light and fluffy. Does this work?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Because you might think it would.
Why
Doesn't
would
matter.
you think it would, yeah.
But just tempura batter and things like that.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Forget it. Right. Lindsay, we're going to the Isle of Wight on Saturday. Where do we get the halloumi from, please?
There's a fantastic farm. Begins with B. You'll Google it. They've got a Guernsey house. Go there. They've got a shop. Sells the most amazing veal. Get yourself some halloumi. Get the feta as well and get the butter.
And Sue says quickly, last time James Martin was on the show, he mentioned a nice restaurant in Yorkshire that did the best scampi. What was the name of it?
It's the Stapleford Arms in Was, W-A-S-S. Don't pronounce it Was, otherwise they'll send you on to the next village.
Or worse even.
Yeah. It's the Stapleford Arms, and you go there. Trust me, it's got the best scampi. It's not a Michelin star restaurant. It's just a brilliant pub, some amazing beer, and the best plate of scampi I think you'll ever taste.
You're free to go.
Thank you. All right.
See you at lunchtime.
All right. See you later.
Place your hands on my home. Run your fingers through my soul. All right. Oh, and the way that we feel right now. Oh, Lord, it may go. Put your hands on. Put your hands on.
Okay, so Formula E, you're very much involved in Formula E. I love Formula E. It says here you're a shareholder. How did that pan out? How long have you been a shareholder for?
I got the opportunity to invest 2 years ago, and I went right in because I really believed in it. Because the whole world is going electric, yeah, and this is like the pinnacle of electric mobility. So I'm sure it's going to have success, and I'm proven right now as well. Mercedes is coming in, Porsche, Audi, BMW. It's amazing the manufacturers that are in there, and it's just going to add to the excitement. So it's really going well.
And I love the racing because it's really tight. It's really exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Have you had to go?
I actually showcased the new Generation 2 car last year in Berlin. I was the first guy to drive it on the track, and that was a great experience. It was really nice, and I was very happy to be able to support in that sense as well. And the racing, as you say, has been so cool. Like last race in Mexico, the lead changed 30 meters before the finish line, like in an explosive move. And it's just stuff you never see normally. You can see the kind of people that are coming as well, the brands. It's all adding up, and it's really going strongly. Of course, it's not at Formula 1 level yet. It's still far off that.
It doesn't need to be though, does it? You don't have to compare the two, do you? Really?
Yeah, you're right. That's the way one should look at it. Yeah. Formula 1 will always remain the absolute gladiator entertainment.
Yeah, why not?
And Formula E is more like family friendly. It's in cities. It's about the location, about the event, about the technology. And still very, very exciting racing as well.
20 years now, can you believe it? And that I've been on the telly. So I can't remember what I've done half the time.
What was your first job on the telly?
The Royal Family.
Okay, Rolf, and that was your first proper gig?
So I went in high. Yeah. So I played Twiggy's girlfriend.
Pretty special.
It was pretty special because they wanted an unknown, so they scoured the country. Actually, they just did about 3 castings.
No, they didn't.
That was the first thing, and then obviously Coronation Street, and then we went on to do all sorts of theatre stuff, and then I did Mount Pleasant, and then dramas, and so it's great actually. I've been very lucky because I get to do lots of stuff. I started filmed a drama in 2 weeks, so it's a good thing.
See, what a lot of people don't realise, and I've been in this position myself, so I can speak from experience, which is the best place to speak from,
yes.
if you can, if it's an option, of course. When you start in a show like The Royal Family,
yes,
you think it's all going to be like that forever. You don't realise you're in one of the greatest creations of all time, working alongside the genius that is Caroline Aherne. Did you realise that at the time?
Do you know what the problem was? It was the fallout afterwards. So I went to do it. It was amazing. It was like a 10-day shoot. And then I went to the wrap party, which was amazing. I thought, is this it? Is this my life now? Yeah. And then after that, I couldn't get arrested. Yeah. And then the next job after that, everyone was awful and just really rubbish. No, I won't mention that job. It's just, because I just went in really, really high, and you just think, oh, this is it now.
It is International Women's Day. How's it going so far, Mary, do you think?
I think it's going really well.
Just done a bit of business, haven't we?
We've done a bit of business.
Like women do, we just swap numbers. That's how we do it.
That's so true. Women, when they get together, there's this kind of... the ego isn't there, is it? No. It's just a little open conversation, and that's the way it
should just sneakily said to Fern, has your book been optioned?
Yeah. It's such a great old deal.
Yeah. What, you did that, or you did that?
I did it.
Sally asked me...
Because I know they're both right, so I want to option the book.
Well,
so just swap numbers.
But Fern is brilliant at writing.
So is this one as well.
It's come to you late, though, hasn't it, Fern?
Yes.
Well, not really, if you've done 8 books.
Well,
it's not that late.
I started when I was 52. Okay,
right,
that's late enough.
Yeah. But you obviously don't find it that difficult.
Oh, I do. It is difficult. Believe me, it's difficult. I'd rather be in a live studio any time than sitting on my own in an office trying to write the story. But some days are easier than others. But I'm loving it, and I don't write stuff that... I appreciate that people won't be studying me for A-level, but it's a story that takes people right out of their lives. And I write very short chapters, because for women like me, you're lying in bed reading to go to sleep, and you think, 52 pages for the next chapter. So I write nice short chapters, just enough to have a kip, and it's pure escapism, and it's always about people like us, real stuff. And I love it. I love writing.
But interesting, you said that, you didn't start writing till late 52. Isn't it great that we are now living in a time where we can keep working and actually age is starting to become less of a factor on what you do?
It's extraordinary.
Isn't it brilliant? Who'd have thought that?
Well, at any minute now, I'm 62, and I keep thinking
she's looking good, isn't she?
Looking good.
No way!
No. He was asleep at that stage, but thanks.
No, I'm enchanted and captivated by
I don't know what
you're
women are supposed to look like anymore, because everybody looks exactly the same as they did the last time I saw them.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.